Welcome to the third episode of Off the Clock. I'm Kristen Balboni, the Panthers team reporter, here with Maria Vanderford of Panthers PR and Nicole Tepper, the owner of the Panthers and Charlotte MLS. And unfortunately, Tiffany Blackman, Charlotte MLS's team reporter, is not going to be able to join us as much anymore because she is busy working on some really exciting stuff with the MLS team, which hopefully everyone will know about soon. But we are so happy for her, and we hope that we get to check in with her down the road a little bit more. But in the meantime, ladies, we have two incredibly exciting guests this week. Nicole, they're your friends, so I feel like you should introduce who's going to be joining us in just a little bit.
It's really exciting. I call them the Quarantine Queens. It's Christian McCaffrey's mom, Lisa, and his girlfriend, Olivia Culpo. So it should be exciting just to hear from them and check in with them during this crazy time and see what they're up to, which I'm sure is a lot.
I mean, I don't know. I know, Nicole, you are, Maria, you are, but if everyone at home has not checked out their Instagrams, I mean, they did a Panthers takeover recently. They are having the most fun in quarantine, and I'm not, it's just me and my husband here. So I'm trying to live vicariously through them. So I'm excited to get kind of down to the bottom of everything.
Yeah, it's nice to hear the inside information, what goes on in the house.
You think we're going to get any secrets?
I think there's a lot of secrets.
Well, we are going to be talking to them soon. Cannot wait. But until we do, how have you been since last time we talked? Maria, how have you been? What's new?
I've been good. I'm actually, my roommate and I are going to move at the end of June. So we've found a new apartment and I've started selling some of my furniture. So I've been a little busy since the last.
Oh, that's so fun. Where are you moving to?
I'm literally moving like 2 blocks away, but it's somewhere that's a little bit cheaper and a little bit more spacious. My roommate's going to start working from home permanently. So we just needed a little bit more space, and it just seemed like a perfect opportunity presented itself. So we decided to go ahead and take a chance and go with it. So
I feel like it's so much fun to be young and have like roommates and,
Did I tell you guys though, when we moved here March 1st from Chicago, so Maria, have you seen the place that you're moving into?
I've seen it through a virtual tour and I know exactly where it is, but I haven't physically been in the building, which makes me a little bit nervous.
I would just say this. We did a virtual tour when we were in Chicago because we wanted to be moved in before my job started with the Panthers. And everything looked great in our virtual tour. And then we got down there and it was an older place. So I think that was like the main thing, is that there were some serious problems. I will not go into detail, but we actually had to move out 3 weeks after we got there. So we moved twice in the last month and a half. So
that makes me a little nervous.
It's hard because I want to hear. Like, how can you check it out?
No, but it's true. Dave and I had gone to look at a home not too long ago, and we saw the virtual tour, and it looked amazing. And then when we got there, it looked like a completely different house.
Yeah, since I'm hoping that the guidelines kind of ease up soon, and like I said, it's 2 blocks away, so it's easy to pop in and see. So once we can kind of get a little bit more comfortable and restrictions start to ease a little bit, hopefully we'll be able to see it in person and it won't be an unpleasant surprise.
On a brighter note, I had a fun experience over the weekend. I told you guys this last week. I went to a Zoom wedding. So one of my 2 very best friends got married. She was one of my maids of honor. And so this past weekend was supposed to be her wedding in California. And they're going to have the exact same ceremony next year so that they can use all their vendors. But they still wanted to not let kind of all of this take away their big day, and they still wanted to say vows. So they had a small ceremony on the beach in Malibu with just a couple people, and they Zoomed it. And so all of us who couldn't be there and then their families were all on it. And I was I was bummed because she's my best friend and I wanted to be there for her the way that she was for me. But it turned out it was so lovely. And I was so surprised how, like, all the families were on there beforehand. I was so surprised how real we really felt like I felt like I was going to an event. Like, we made mimosas beforehand. We dressed up. We got to talk to all the family members ahead of time. I really couldn't believe it. I mean, first of all, it was beautiful, but just, I really felt connected to the event, I was not expecting that.
How many people were on the Zoom?
I'd say like 30, maybe 20. There were a lot of like couples and families and things like that. So it's hard to count, but I would say maybe more than that. I'd say 30.
I just feel like so many people are doing that. I think they really want to keep their date. So they're, making it official on that special date that they chose and then doing the party later. It just seems to be like what everyone's doing now.
Yeah, it was really special. And I do have to say, it was very sweet. So the night before, it happened on Saturday, and the night before I was like I was just like, oh, I wish I could be there. And Maria sent me the sweetest text. She was like, I hope you enjoy your Zoom wedding. And she had like little champagne emojis. And I was like, thank you. It just put me in the right mood for it, because it really is a celebration. And I have to say, I recommend a Zoom wedding.
I just knew like how excited you were about it. And I was like, man, if that was my best friend's wedding and I couldn't be there for them. So I knew how much you really wanted to be there. And I was like, let me just check in on her and just tell her to have fun tomorrow. Even though it's not what she pictured, she can still have a good time with it.
I see that we have the quarantine queens that I think are about to log on here in just a second. Look at these two right here.
Oh my God. Hey.
Yeah, I might make like a label of like completed.
Okay, we're on. Wait, we're gonna go outside real quick.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I see so many decorations.
I'm going to check out the banners that are still hanging up from probably one of the 100 birthday parties that they've had already.
I feel like all their birthday parties have fallen like in this quarantine.
Are people having multiple birthday parties? Because I've
had 6 birthday parties, an anniversary. I forget what else. There's literally a prom, and we have decorations from everything, and we haven't taken anything down. There's 5 Zoom calls going on right now in our house. And
Nicole has said over and over to us for like weeks now, she's like, I want to quarantine with Lisa McCaffrey. I think she would be so much fun. So what
I'm going to make you go to prom. That's one thing. So that's A. So the guys aren't real psyched with me. No, my dream in life was to get a promposal. All my kids had these like crazy, they had to do promposals. I'm like, we never had that growing up. I'm like, let's do a prom. So I made Ed do a promposal. So
mine was like, it was like a guy friend. He was like, do you want to go? I was like, yeah, I guess. So how did you come up with, so all the guys in your house, that was one of the things that, everyone should be watching your Instagram stories and Olivia's. You guys did a Panthers takeover. That was one of the fun things that you did was the promposal. All the guys had to ask a girl in a creative way, right?
Exactly.
And who had the most creative?
Oh, that's let's see. Christian did a rap, and we did not catch it on video. I wish we did because it was hilarious.
We would have paid big money for that. We would have paid big money for that.
That one was good, and it was actually really funny too. It was a pretty good one. Dylan went out and picked fresh wild flowers and like came in and asked. So that was cute too. And then Ed had a really funny text. I wish I could show you. It was like a funny text that was like picture of Will Ferrell. So it was Will, and then a picture of me, you, and then a green stoplight go. And then it said prom with me. And then if you don't, it would be Carrie all bloody. Or if we do, it'll be us like dancing like the Grease. So I said yes. I thought about it, and then I said yes. So I got a good one, but it wasn't, it was, the guys were not really psyched on doing it.
No, you can't give them the yes right away. You have to make it
I had to make
a little bit.
Out a little. Because hey, what if I had a better offer? You never know.
You never know.
How did you guys decide to all quarantine together? Because it's been over 60 days?
It's 54 days. We have a countdown. Yeah, or a count up, I guess. We didn't. It just kind of happened organically. We had, Olivia and Christian were in Los Angeles, and Christian wanted to come. He was coming here anyway to train. And so Olivia was coming here just to hang out for a little while. And so they're like, oh, we're quarantining. And then they were about to shut LA down. So they got on a plane and they grabbed Sophie, her sister, who is a blast. She's 23. She's so much fun. Such a great addition. Last minute, she jumped on the plane, was like, okay, I'll go. And literally took whatever was in the dryer, threw it in her bag, and then came and joined us. It was hilarious. So she's basically been in workout clothes because that's all that was in the dryer. So it's been fun watching her and Olivia fight over clothes. So that's been a treat because I don't have girls, so we've never really had that.
Exactly. That's what we were wondering.
Fun.
We were wondering, you're in a house of 5 boys?
5 including Ed. Yeah, 5
including Ed, right? And we were wondering, what is it like to have girls in the house now?
I have never been happier. I am so thankful they got quarantined with us because I have help. They cook with me. Girls have more things in common than boys. So I am so thankful they're here. We have had so much fun. We've cooked, we've baked like crazy. They help clean up. They've helped do parties. So it has been so much fun. I am so thankful we're holed up with them. So It is awesome. And it is really hot. And I don't know where Olivia is. So now I'm going to change rooms again. Wait, do you guys hate me?
No, I love this. I feel like I'm in an Instagram story, like a Lisa McCaffrey Instagram story. I love it. I can't get enough. You guys are seriously like the quarantine content. It's like my favorite thing to watch.
Oh, you were so nice. I've had a lot of fun. We're bored. We're like bored. That's why we were like, oh, let's make it fun. We might as well try to make it fun. So we've tried to make it fun. I mean, granted, you realize it's all the highlights. I'm not putting like the fights on, like, you know, last night, everybody's lost it at a different point of the quarantine. Last night was Ed's night to lose it. He took everybody's stuff that's been lying around the house. There's 9 people, took all their stuff in the living room and everywhere and threw it outside. So we have junk sitting outside. So that was his loss. So different day, somebody different loses it. And of course we're not putting that up. So on the Instagram, we're just showing the highlights, but we are having fun. We're having a blast. Sophie, you want to say hi? Say hi. This is Olivia's sister, Sophie.
Hi.
Wait, okay, now you can't see her. Go tell Olivia to come out because I'm a mom and nobody wants to hear what the mom has to say.
We do want to hear what you have to say, Lisa.
Okay, we'll try it.
But we also love Sophie. Sophie has been really funny, and she's been keeping us entertained.
You got speaking of Sophie, how did you get the leggings? Like I said, we are all about your Instagram stories. How did you get the leggings with Sophie's face on them?
So randomly early on, those two had been fighting about clothes, and out of the, you know, you're on Instagram and just scrolling through, and then Target popped up. It's like, you can like send a picture in and make pajamas. And then I got on the site and it's literally through Target. You take a picture and you like upload it and they'll send you tights with her name. Stay tuned. There's more coming with her face.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we should get them with Christian on them and wear them to a game. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, I am so for that. Nothing. And you find like a bad picture. Well, Sophie also took my phone one time and pretended to take pictures and really turned it around and took a bunch of selfies. So I took those pictures of her acting like a fool and put them on the pants and then put them on. Stay tuned. There's more clothes coming. So
Where Christian in his little, was that a cow costume that Olivia was wearing the other day?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
How funny. Okay, so he was a whatever, I don't even know what it was. What was he? Oh, a Dalmatian for Halloween when I think he was 2 years old, and he won the little Halloween costume. So proud, more proud of that than anything. But he was super cute, and he was literally and that was the exact same costume. And there's a trunk that has all their costumes in it. So that's going to be another night, a costume night. Stay tuned. That's going to be a good one.
Lisa, how have you decided on all these different themes to have every night? Do you have?
Literally, we're sitting there. We're like, okay, we're bored in the house, and we're in the house bored. We're like, we got to do something. So yeah, we did a pasta night. We made our own pasta, but I don't know, pasta night. Well, we get hungry, so we do a lot of cooking. That's the number one thing that we do, pasta night. Oh, and then I bought a pizza maker online. We just on a whim, we get these things. Bought one of those cool pizza makers. We did a pizza night, so it was a big Italian night. We had Italian music blasting and blaring, an Italian movie on TV. So that was really fun in honor of your heritage, Nicole and Olivia's. So that was one of my favorite nights. And then, then the prom night. I don't know. We're just kind of sitting around bored. We're like, we've got to do something. Come on. We got to entertain ourselves. So that's what we did. We actually got a lot of flack. People think we're like literally having a party. We're not. It's just that there's 9 people holed up here. That's what it is. It's not. We're under the limit, A, and B, it's the same people that have been
question.
here.
Who goes to the supermarket?
So we have alternated. We take turns going to the supermarket. It's like war. We like send one person out and they go out and they get all the stuff and they come back and we literally make them take their clothes off. We don't burn them, but that was our big joke. We're going to burn their clothes. We take their clothes off and we make them take a shower and then we unload the groceries. So so we've that's a little bit more lax now because we're in a place called Douglas County, and I think we just opened up because we have not fortunately had a lot of cases down here. We're south of Denver. When you look at the map of Colorado, Denver's had the most, but where we are down south, we haven't had that many. So we've been kind of lucky in that sense. But okay, good. Sorry. All right, we're trying to find a good spot. I told you like I said, there's 5 Zoom calls going on.
Hi.
It's a lot better though, right?
Way better.
Now, police were out there sweating in the sun for us. She was like,
I know, except we're a little doppeled. Hold on, maybe if I move that back and then I just don't want you to be in the sun.
I don't care. I'm good now. As long as I'm not all in. It's hot today here.
There? Like just 2 weeks ago, it was snowing, wasn't it?
It was. No, I know. It's like civil, but it's a different weather every 5 minutes here. But no, today's like in the 80s and it's hot.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. So
move back.
Yeah.
What is it like in Charlotte? Because Christian's talking about they're going to have to go back soon.
it's nice, beautiful here. There's just not a lot, like you guys, there's just not a lot open, so I don't know. I moved here a couple months ago and I haven't seen Charlotte at all. So
You're frozen. You're frozen.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
no big
I
deal.
thought we were so frozen. There's so many people on the doing their Zooms right now. Perfect. So this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna right here. We're gonna sit.
Yay.
This
Better?
is so cute.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Welcome to the dining room.
I'm mortified our bed isn't even made.
What I was hoping you would come in with, I was hoping you were going to come in with one of those big masks. You know, the costume.
Oh,
Unicorn
the
thing.
big heads. Yes, we have those all around.
They're
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Did you guys have those, or are they just around, or did you order them?
I got them a couple years ago for Halloween, and I've never put them away, and they're my
If you
favorite
go
things we have.
downstairs, there's an entire closet of everything you could imagine. Unicorn, Easter Bunny, Santa, like all these different masks that you just collect.
Hey,
Heads.
whatever.
They're like heads.
Their heads. I showed Dave the head of Christian and Olivia last night on Easter. I think Christian was in the Easter bunny head. So I showed Dave, I'm like, look, here's Christian. And he's like, what? And I'm like,
Actually, that was not Christian.
bunny.
That was Luke. That was
No,
his youngest
we
brother.
took
Wasn't?
one.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
guys take? Oh,
with
sorry.
him.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
oh,
no, I hope it wasn't Luke because Olivia was kissing the bunny.
Oh, well, who knows? What after 40?
You never know what happens in quarantine.
We already asked Lisa about Olivia, you getting in Christian's Dalmatian costume. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They
so
want you to go get it and put it on now.
No.
basically, I renovated Christian's room because it's a fire. His bathroom is fire truck red. Fire truck red. And then all the other spaces like a ballpark theme. So there's like a baseball field. There's like a baseball rug. He doesn't have his mattress was like thrown in a corner. So we just like tried to renovate it with like what we had basically. And then we found this really cool chest. So we pushed that in there and then we opened it. It's all of the kids' Halloween costumes for like years.
So Lisa, you save everything.
Well, all the costumes we
She
do.
really
yeah.
does save everything.
I do save
I went
everything.
downstairs and because I was trying to find the picture of Christian in the Dalmatian thing so I could do a side by side. She's like, it's downstairs in the room with all the crazy costumes and like these boxes of pictures. So I found Christian's little box. She has like her medical bracelet from when she was pregnant. She has Christian's little bonnet when he was born. Like probably was
Like
like
she'd try to get
first
her to put that
pair of
on.
like little socks. Like she collects everything. She's a really good mom.
I mean, I
Oh.
have to say, I do collect everything too. Like as she's going down the list, I'm like, I have that. I have that. Should I be telling everyone I have that? But so since you're there, Olivia, has it been not seeing your family? I know you're so close to your older sister and your nephew, who's adorable, by the way.
You know, he's so cute.
He's
The
so
saddest
cute.
part is being away from my parents, probably because I mean, they're getting older. Everyone's obviously so. I miss my parents, and then also my sister's pregnant with her second baby, my older sister. So
Not so.
I'm missing. Yeah, not so. I'm missing
That
her
we know.
entire pregnancy, and she's the cutest pregnant human ever. So that part's sad, but I'll see her soon enough. She's due in August, so like I'll be able to see her a month. But like she wasn't really showing when I left, and now she's like. I mean, she's literally taking up an entire new area code. She's huge.
So when in August when is she due in August? Did she have a date?
I'm not sure the exact date, but she's like getting there. She's pretty far along at this point.
Yeah. 'Cause my daughter's the 5th and I'm the 15th. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
How do you guys split up? Like Olivia, I know you did something with Serena Williams on her website earlier today. You all have your Zoom calls. Like Lisa, when we first got on with you, you're like, yeah, there's 18 people doing Zooms right now. How do you guys split up? Because what we see is the fun. How do you all, with 9 people in the house, split up the work part of the day and like everyone having their own space? Like it's just me and my husband here, and I'm like, all right, you're upstairs, I'm downstairs. So how do you do it with 9 people?
Yeah.
Well, we've all kind of like picked our spots, and like we all kind of want our alone time when we want it. Like I have the dining room table, Ed has his office, Christian has downstairs. Sophie has like the living room area. Like, so like when we all have our own things to do, we just like know to give each other space, especially. And then like, if you really want your space, you just get on a Zoom call really loud and then no one wants to come in. Or we're like, oh, we're live on Instagram. Then no one will go in that room.
And they scatter. But our house is broken up. There's a lot of little spaces, which has kind of worked out nice during quarantine. So
Yeah.
everyone has a little hole to sort of gravitate towards, which has been nice. But the best is Olivia's doing that workout this morning outside on the deck, and I'm not kidding. So there's a golf course in back, and all the workers, all the pool guy shows up. All the guys are like, "Oh, hot girl working out." It was the lawnmower. It was so, we were crying laughing. There was like 50 million guys that normally aren't even here, and all of a sudden, all the work's getting done. I'm like, "Oh, great!"
Like, every time we're like outside, like working out or something, suddenly like the lawnmower like, really needs to get those spots
right there, right up in the house.
So it's annoying. But
what do you do? Because you're obviously working. So do you just keep going, and then these people are just like there?
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep up with like a world-class athlete. What am I'm just like, sorry.
Oh, I use that as an excuse. I'd be like, give me a second, like let me go talk to these people just to like stop for a minute.
I couldn't. And then the other thing is like the window to the living room was right where I was like planting my phone. So everyone's inside the living room like waving at me like, oh my God. Like, yeah, the things that go on behind the scenes, it's not pretty.
And that's why we love you guys, because you are showing all the stuff behind the scenes. I think it's so fun.
And we're using the room. Can you make the bed really quick? He's on a Zoom call too. He's looking for Wi-Fi.
We thought we would play. I know. I feel like we're taking all of everyone's Wi-Fi. We thought we would play like the couples game with you two, since you've obviously been quarantined for over 60-something days. I think according to Instagram, you watched The Notebook together yesterday. So I think it qualifies. So we have questions about who is what, and we want both of you to answer them, okay? And see.
I am not the mom from Notebook. Let me just say that right now. Gosh, I'm so
I don't think anyone mistook you for that. Okay.
Good.
First question. Who is more likely to play a prank on everyone?
I mean, she couldn't even point it's.
They came in right as we were talking. Literally,
oh my God.
This is my sister's face.
Hey, don't steal my phone. Don't take selfies on my phone, because this is what you're going to get.
Oh my God, that is everything.
Who is more likely to party all night?
Oh, depends on the night. Actually, neither of us. The two of us are probably the least hardcore partiers, but when we do, we go.
We do. Yeah. I'm the person in the house that has the reputation of getting drunk when no one else is partying.
Olivia showed up the first day drunk as a skunk. Like, walked in the house first day of quarantine, drunk as, we're like, what is happening? Are we that?
Because my sister has never been on, like, we were flying in a plane that was smaller, so my sister was scared, so we brought a bottle of wine, and then you get that with the altitude. I mean, forget it. I was just trying to help.
That was the drunkest you've been the whole time.
I know.
We're the least of the drunks, but when we go, which is, I've only a couple times, so not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. She's so responsible.
No.
Like, you would think she's drunk all the time, but she's just natural.
I'm not responsible, but I just don't drink a lot because I know.
She's naturally fun.
No, not naturally fun.
She's totally naturally fun. It just, I think the first day you met Dave was at training camp.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yep. I do. I remember.
I couldn't even get my foot out of the car, and he's like, wait till you meet Christian's mother. You guys are going to hit it off.
And that's what Nicole has told us. She's like, wait till you meet Lisa and Olivia. You are going to love them. So it's just like a domino effect.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, we're so disappointed.
No, we're not. He's like, I can't wait to get you and Olivia together. He's like, you guys are going to hit it off. It was so fun.
Let's get one of these of Dave and wear him to games.
Yes.
Let's do Dave outfit.
Nicole, you should absolutely get a sweatshirt.
An incriminating picture of him, and we'll get it put on pajamas or tights.
Yeah. No, that would be so fun. He would love it too. That's the sick thing. He would absolutely love that. He would not be embarrassed. He would love it.
Maybe we get him one that he can wear of his own face too.
He would love that too.
Yeah. Anything's possible. We have leggings, pajama sets.
Yeah, name it.
Shorts, pants.
Game on.
Lisa, did you buy those just for you, or did you buy them for everyone in the house?
No, originally I bought a pair for Olivia and myself, but since Sophie and I have been fighting because she all of a sudden has a new friend and I'm left out. They're
Do
like
you guys explain the quarantine drama?
Yeah.
So Sophie and Lisa were like, they're just like,
we were baking and doing everything, working out together.
Because I was working on my mask, so they were spending a lot of time together. And then all of a sudden, Max came home, Christian's older brother, and brought Kath, his girlfriend, and Sophie and Kath have been like really hitting it off, and Lisa feels left out, so they're fighting. Sophie and Lisa are fighting because Kath came, and now my younger sister Sophie and Kath are hanging out.
So it's like
that's the latest.
It's
That's
like
why I got her manicures yesterday. We watched the Notebook.
Olivia's trying to help. It's like being on the set of Mean Girls.
Or like it's like middle school almost.
Yeah, it's literally like middle school here.
Everything about it, pretty much. Yep, you nailed it.
Maybe she'll want to spend more time with you now that you have literally every piece of clothing with her face on it.
Yes,
I know.
You would think so.
Exactly. You would think so. She's been burned bad.
Yeah, so mad. I'm gonna make a burn book.
All right, next question. Who's more likely to tease Christian between the two of you?
Both.
I mean, both, but
yeah, both pretty hardcore.
You really know she knows where to hit him though. Like she goes for the jugular every time.
So how does he take it? Is he like a sore loser? Does he fight back? Like what does he do?
He fights back, but Christian's very sensitive.
Yeah, there's a certain line. If you go too far, then he shuts down and gets.
You hurt his feelings.
You hurt his feelings. Yeah, please.
We have got to get in that quarantine house. It seems like so much fun, unless maybe you're Christian. But it's
unless you're the doctor for yelling at you. Other than that,
I know, and like demolishing your room. He comes up, he's like, but he liked it. He liked his room.
I know. They went up and gutted his room, took like all his old stuff out. I'm like, all his trophies are gone.
It's like, you don't want this, right? Because I'm burning it.
I'm trying to figure out if, like, when my daughter leaves for college, am I going to leave her room the same? Like, I feel like I can't comment.
See, that was my problem. I left the rooms the same, but they're like, then now they come back as, adults, and it's like, it's so juvenile. So that's what we're trying to change.
I think little upgrades.
Yeah, definitely.
We left it the same because it's like a memory. And then you walked by the room, you felt like, oh, like I feel like that's how I would be with Gianna.
And they want to come back to their, something familiar.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping in a twin bed at my parents' house, so I could use some upgrade.
Yeah, you might want to.
Yeah, to talk to them about that. All right, who is more likely to talk their way out of a speeding ticket between the two of you?
Her, for sure, yeah. I think I would shut down. I'd get too scared and be like, okay, just charge me whatever.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, I wasn't even speeding!
Yeah.
You're lying! And you'd be like, okay, officer!
Sure. But I don't speed, so I would never get a ticket.
Same, never in my life. I actually have wow. That's another thing. We get around via golf cart. That's the only thing we drive.
Oh, that's the golf cart.
Right, I've seen it.
And we'll go out on the golf. We call it golf cart confessions. What happens in the golf cart stays in the golf cart. You can go there and vent about anybody else in the house on the golf cart, and you're not allowed to say what.
That's like the real world. Like, do you remember back in the day, the real world had that room that you could just go and talk to people?
Confessional.
Yeah, it's a confessional.
They had the confessional on the real world, and they would go in the closet and they would just go off about everybody they hated in the house.
Imagine that. Imagine like the webcam.
Could you imagine?
Make a confessional in the quarantine house.
That would
like
be
a
scary.
Green room with a closet.
You guys should record that and not put it out anywhere, but at the end of quarantine, just edit it all together to find out what everyone was really mad about the entire time.
People all hate each other.
Keep it and use it for bribery later on.
True. I know you guys cook all the time, so who is more likely to plan and cook the dinner between the two of you?
I mean, definitely her. Yeah.
Not her.
I wonder about that.
What?
How do you split all of it up with so many people in the house, dinner every night?
Well, so we have a rule with like DoorDash and Postmates, which Christian's like literally at his wit's end over. That's what he said to me last night. He's like, I just have to get this off my chest. I'm so sick of having to order for 10 people when I just want to get something from Postmates or DoorDash or whatever. But so we have a rule, like if you're ordering, you have to ask everyone what they want. Everyone has to be included. And then for meals, like early on, we've been trying to just make like really, really big things, but she definitely cooks the most.
Right, just got used to it and I'm familiar. But Olivia has cooked a few times and it's been fun.
Who's the baker? I feel like you guys bake these amazing.
Sophie, and then I'll just kind of like learn from her. And I have a couple things I bake, but she, for the most part, is the big time baker.
Yeah, Sophie's been baking a lot.
I want to say it was coffee cake or
carrot cake, right? Olivia's
You want to know what? Early on, I was cooking so much more, but then this mask, the more than a mask company that I launched has been taking up so much time. Like I don't even have time to eat.
And then the weather changed and it got warm, so we kind of have been a little bit more laxed about cooking.
Yeah, but she just last night she made, it was Max's birthday, so she made linguine with shrimp, and she made the best chocolate cake that has like coffee in it, so it's really good.
I should put that recipe out. That one's a good one.
So she wins cooking lately.
Well, just because
and in general, she's done all the cooking. Yeah.
So speaking of food, so Olivia, your family and you guys have the restaurant back in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
So what is like, are you involved in the menu there, or like how did that all come about?
I am involved in the menu as much as I can. We had to switch around. At the beginning, we had to bounce around with chefs, but overall, like I oversee and make sure that everything is something that I think is for everyone. But it's not like considered like healthy food at all. I mean, it's like American comfort food. So we have definitely like an array, but I was like, we need to add a salad, we need to add a vegan option. So it's a lot of cooks in the kitchen with that family business. So like I kind of like poke my head in and say things like when it's appropriate. Otherwise everyone's like, you're blah, 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 because they're like on the ground running it. So I have to be careful.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll my dad and I'll be like, Dad, do this, 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 and this.
Yeah, it looks so cool though. I feel like if I'm in Rhode Island, we're there for sure.
Let's go. I know. I want to go too.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
We're playing Boston. Kind of close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nice. So we'll have to make a trip down there and we'll record the whole thing.
Yeah, let's do a girls trip.
Olivia, I did want to ask you, we wanted to ask you about More Than a Mask, and you just brought it up and you said about how much time it has taken. We've talked about it. We think it is amazing. We are so inspired by what you're doing, and just to take something that is so tough on everyone and to spend so much time trying to help people. And I know that each month your organization, right, donates to a different charity. Is that right? Can you talk about how it all came together, and then, what you guys are doing and what the charity is this month?
Yeah, so we've launched with Feeding America to start, and these are basically just masks. They're face coverings is the appropriate term, and they for legal purposes. But they are really fashionable face masks. So we just sold out of the pastels and the denim, and then I'm launching neon, and hopefully I really wanted to do sequins and another like really cool 80s denim. So basically, I was just like really trying to figure out how I could give back. And actually, I was inspired by Christian because 22andU raised so much money, so many funds, and I was feeling guilty because we do have a unique experience here, and we are enjoying each other. So I wanted to be able to give back in any capacity. And then I realized that right now, hunger is actually at the top of the list because people are so financially stressed. So one mask provides 100 meals. Everything is going to the mask. Like, we're everyone on my team and with the manufacturers, we're like just working our tails off, like getting the Instagram, the Shopify, the Facebook, the launching, like it's so much work. And then the fit, the style, like even that's a whole other aspect of it. So I'm kind of just like kind of trying to keep my head above water with that for now. But so far, we are launching with a retail partner next month that will be really exciting, and that will secure at least like 2 million meals. And that's outside of what we've already done. So we're going to have some really cool numbers. And for right now, it's hunger. But then I'm hoping toward the end, maybe around August, when the retail partnership is over, we're going to be more focused in domestic violence, because I think that that's something that we haven't heard a lot about yet, but you could guess that people who are stuck at home in a bad situation, really stuck now, are really, really suffering. And that's something that's so important to me. So that's my next, like, I'm so excited to tackle that as the next, I guess, like, philanthropic part of More Than a Mask. But the idea is that it will always give back in some capacity.
Yeah, I think it's so awesome. I also followed you on the Best Buddies. Is that what it's called? Best Buddies?
Yeah.
Like that is like my whole heart. Like that was so inspiring. I love that.
I can't wait to tell them that, because they've been dying to get their Charlotte chapter, and they're like, Olivia, you and Christian should do a walk. And they just basically don't have like super strong roots in that particular area. So we could
I'm
really
all into you guys. I mean, because that's, we do so much with hunger and education, but that's the other domestic violence too, but that whole best buddies, I will be so happy. I will do anything. Like I would love to help you guys with that. But speaking, like Kristen said, of more than a mask, you know, it was just so nice to see somebody like you. Well, first, I'm going to give you a compliment. You know, you're just such an all-American, wonderful inspiration to young women. So like my daughter who's 16, who follows you, it's just so nice to see all the things you do. And she comes to me and shows me these things because I'm not on Instagram. So it just is like a breath of fresh air to know that you're doing all this stuff while in quarantine. But I think you're just such an overall just great role model in general. So we're so happy to have you part of the Panther family. I'm so happy to be able to see you hopefully on Sundays at games and just share all these different experiences with you and Lisa and Christian. And just, it's nice to have you as part of this family. So, and with concluding that, I know Dave and I are so, you know, involved in so many different charities, but we would love to be, you know, part of More Than a Mask and donate to you. Yeah. So
That's nice, you guys. And I can attest because we lived in this house, and 2 weeks prior to the launch of this, I watched her work, literally get up in the morning and nonstop work. And we're all like, what is the workout? It was, no, but it was literally you hands-on, making the deals, doing it. And it was actually pretty amazing watching it. I'm like, what is she working on? Is this going to work? And it just, watching it and watching the success of it.
And I just think I think just even going back, and the reason why I brought up Best Buddies is because when I knew you guys were going to be on the show, I wanted just to learn more. So just kind of looking at the Instagram and seeing that, it just was, for me, because that's what I love to do too. It just was so nice to see somebody who's an influencer who is obviously into fashion and all this other stuff, but really takes the time to do all these little things that are really big things. They're not really little things. There's a lot of things, but these are the big moments.
You're all so inspiring. Like, this is just amazing. And I know that we all appreciate, and the people that are less fortunate appreciate, you know, that there are people giving back. And I love that you balance out for all the fun stuff and all the fun content that's out there. You really are focused, you and Christian really are focused on giving back in any way you can. And you, Nicole, too.
And I mean, so are everyone on this call.
I know, Nicole, you hit the ground running right away.
When you guys helped me with 22 and you so much. Christian was so excited. We were all so excited.
Yeah, that was the first thing that got inspired all of us. We're like, oh, we need to keep helping.
Yeah, and I feel like it instigated other people to be very generous too, because it almost like solidified what he had.
Yeah.
When you guys were on board as well. So yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah.
Well, you two ladies are such bright lights, and I appreciate you taking all this time sitting on the floor for the last 45 minutes talking to us. I feel like
it's quiet.
I know.
5 minutes, I'm not complaining. Let's talk more. What else is going on?
We thought maybe Sophie would come and just, you know.
You know what Sophie's doing? She's laying on the ground watching TV. I'm like, okay, I worked out with Venus Williams, had 2-hour Zoom call, and now now we're on an interview show.
Yeah, seriously.
Must be nice.
Yeah, must be rough. Yeah, I'm gonna go get off her dump truck.
I know. Yeah, she's fine. She'll make an appearance eventually, though. She's really fun. You'll love her.
Yeah, she seems like she's really fun.
We can't wait to meet her in person, and can't wait to hopefully, like Nicole said, be at a game with all of you this year.
I know.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Don't let Olivia call any place, though.
Yeah.
Or the best is, I'll have to record this one time on the Instagram, but watching us try to teach Olivia football is very enlightening and very fun.
Someday. It's just like they always ask me at the end of the day when I'm like, have one eye open. Like, this is when my lessons happen. We need to carve out a half a day.
In the morning, right after coffee, and then we'll do it. Yeah.
I do test Christian, though. He has these note cards of all the different plays, and he draws the picture according to what I'm looking at, and I tell him if it's right. So there's that.
There you go.
That's support. The coaches will love that.
Yeah. And like acing all of his tests, so
yeah, you're responsible for it. That's clear as day. It's you.
Obviously.
Exactly.
You do as well. It's all Olivia.
Well, this has been such a blast. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us.
Of course. Thank you guys so much. It was so great to connect with everyone. I'm so happy we made this work.
Yeah,
Thank-
we were excited. Thank you guys so much.